I don't know, but as soon as you see the green light, I think that means we're on.
We are on.
We're on. Hey, we're here.
Hey,
oh, hey,
hi.
hey.
Howie's like, what the heck?
Oh, Howie. Hey, yeah, we're on, Howie. Hey, everybody, this is Johnny Beane, David Nesdall, and Jonathan Mancuda. It's 5:10 p.m. where a couple of us are, right? Yeah, 5:10 p.m. March 19th, 2019, talking guitars and gear live. Welcome, everybody. David Nesdall.
Hi. I'm trying to hide these headphones because this part here looks dumb.
Dude, put them backwards again. That was cool.
The Lobot, the Empire Strikes Back Lobot.
Look at that. Wait, oh.
Yeah, but they fall off then.
Where's Lando Calrissian?
Wait. What if I do this? Hut 1, hut 2, hut. I live in a hut.
What?
Huh?
What happened to Lobot?
Oh.
I think he stayed on Cloud City, right?
Because he was the last time we saw him, he was what was he doing? He was capturing stormtroopers or something.
Well, everyone was abandoning Cloud City when Lando made the announcment that the Empire had taken over Cloud City. So everyone was abandoning ship there.
Mm-hmm.
But Lando went with the rebels.
Yeah.
Webbles.
Yeah.
Lando went with the Webbles.
Lando Calrissian. That'd be really funny if he had like a speech impediment. Hi, you old rascal. It's me, Wando Calrissian. Who's this princess?
That sounds like
what's his name from
the Looney Tune or
Bugs
Bunny.
I was thinking about the comic book store guy on
Elmer Fudd.
All right, that
Elmer
too.
Fudd, right.
It's Elmer Fudd.
I'm Wobot. Imagine Elmer Fudd with the headphones. He's Wobot.
Yeah. Yes.
Hi, Wando. I'm Wobot.
Wow. Shall I read the?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Music Therapy Laz, welcome. Todd, aka Soda Pop, Fender Guru, Hal Face, or is it Half Ace? Quentin James, John Beal, 5150. Keep typing. I only see what scrolls underneath. Jonathan Gum. Hey, what's up, Charlie S? John Windsor.
Jonathan Gum, isn't it James Gum?
James Gum.
Is that what I said? John Gum?
Yeah. Well, I think James and John are the same name.
Oh, okay. I was reading. Yeah. I was reading my name. I was reading. Yeah. Anyway.
I think James is a like another name for John. You know, like Dick and Richard.
No, James isn't for John. James and Jimmy, but not for John.
I thought it was John.
No,
James.
I've never heard that. Well, we would know. There's a couple of us here.
Yeah.
I go by John for Jonathan, but like there's no James. James is not related.
Yeah. And my real name I think is John, but I've always been Johnny.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. It's Jack. Right. John Biel. Jack is another name for John. That's right.
Yeah.
It is?
No.
That's what it is. Yes.
No.
I've never heard.
No. Jack is what I do in the shower. Nothing to do with John. John is another name for toilet, which I spend a lot of time on sometimes. But
John, I trust John Biel.
I'd rather be called Jack than toilet.
No, but Jack isn't for John.
Long form, Jack.
Wow.
Hey, look, it's Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr's in the chat.
Jimmy.
That's right.
Hey.
On the garage.
Oh yeah. John Parson, Alley Cat.
You know what I think is really funny is that they say "pock the car," but instead of saying "cop," like as in police, they say "cop." The cops are here. The cops are here, not the cop. Pock the car. so that the cops don't get you.
What was that meme? Michael Smith, are you in here? Michael Smith posted some meme where it's two different sentences, but if you say it in Boston, it means something totally different.
JP Page too says Jack is another name for John.
No.
Yes.
No.
I've never been called Jack.
I've never been called
just
Jack.
because you've never been called it doesn't mean that I'm wrong.
No, and again, my name John is Jon. It's short for Jonathan. So there's no H in the front of my name.
There's no H in Jack.
I have an H.
You have an H.
Yeah, I have an H in both my names.
All right, so this is what John BL says. Dave, in medieval Germany, the biblical name John became Janklin. Jankin. And then Jankin, Jack, is shortened for that. So that's why.
Jankin and then Jackin. I've never been called Jackin. I've been caught Jackin. My mom walked in and, you know.
Alley Cat says they called JFK Jack Kennedy, and it's John Kennedy.
That's right.
That's true. John F. Kennedy was called Jack Kennedy. That's true. Yeah. So I guess then it's for the JOHN version.
I guess.
So should we call it the Jackie Beane Show now?
I better grab that domain quick, you know?
Yeah.
Jack and Beane.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, both with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. Oh!
Dice, is that you?
Make sure you're able to be seen before you talk.
Well, I was gonna say the end, but you know,
there you are.
The final line.
Look at that handsome guy.
Had to make my drink. How you guys doing?
Wow.
We were talking about Jackin and Jack and.
Well, that's why I came in. I heard you guys talking about Jack, and I'm like, I got to get in here.
Hey, you know, listen, Jay, I really appreciate you putting me up the other night at your house. But, you know, I went in the kitchen for a midnight snack, and I heard all sorts of crazy moaning and stuff. What the hell was going on there?
Ellie was having trouble sleeping.
I thought you were going to F my ear or something. I thought you were right behind me.
Talk about one of those moments where, like, you're a big idiot.
I have a lot of those moments.
Yep.
I live those moments.
Wow.
Yeah, Jim Nicholas said that's a great story, Jay, on Saturday. That was a terrific story on Saturday.
I'd like to know why I wasn't invited to Saturday night.
Saturday night. And you know what? 11,000 viewers, and we missed it.
It's almost at 12,000, and
yeah.
I think that's where it's stopping. I think it's 12,000.
I know.
I pay for all those.
I
think Johnny paid for them.
Well, before we get too far, I'm getting comments on my shirt. I just want to say thank you to Guitar Hack Keith for sending me this awesome shirt. I didn't know who it was from. I got a package in the mail yesterday, and I'm like, what is this? So I was like, all right, I'm not expecting anything. So I opened it, and it's a shirt. So
it's called Jack's Son.
Jack's Son.
Yo, Jack's Son.
No, it should be Johnson.
That's
he's not here today.
Michael Johnson.
Yeah, the shorts he got said Johnson.
So thank you very much.
In the front or in the back?
Johnson in the back, please.
Johnson Guitars. You know, there's a brand. Do you know there's a brand called Vagina Guitars?
Oh my God.
No, there literally is. And I see them display at NAMM, and they have a promotional van that's parked in Los Angeles, like maybe 5 blocks from my house. I see it all the time. Google it. Seriously. No joke.
Mm-hmm.
When you
make sure you add guitars in there, though.
When you put a strap on it, do you have to make the strap really tight so the vagina is tight? Get it?
Oh, all these words.
John Bolware says Jack is a nickname for John.
Yes, the JOHN version. Yes, we have definitely determined that is correct.
Wow.
I hear echo.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Is it me?
I don't know.
On what?
Brian Davies, hey man. David Ennis, Donald Davenport, welcome. John Bulwer, Anthony, Nightbot.
Anthony, I'm not sure if they're hollow body guitars. I've never played one. I constantly see the logo and the van driving around. You could Google it though.
Mm-hmm.
Vangina?
Vagina guitars.
That does sound kind of familiar.
Yeah, no, I'm not joking.
I mean, like I've seen the van.
It was definitely at NAMM.
I probably saw it. Remember when we were walking around looking for something to eat?
Yeah, I think we did pass.
Maybe we saw the van parked somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Denny Howie is 16 years old.
Yeah.
There he is.
There
he is. He can still hear.
Brian, I'm doing better. Yeah, I was in a bad mood the other day. Sorry I took it out on everyone by having a puss on my face. I'm still not right there. I'm still not right. Having guitar problems, but I'll be all right.
Man.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have any other guitars to play.
I know. Look behind him. I don't see any guitar problems.
Yeah.
You guys can go
Look
F yourself.
at that. I talked over that word.
You got 99 problems and an Ibanez ain't one.
I've been had.
Yeah, this time. Lately I've been had.
Donald Davenport says those vagina guitars dry out. Got to keep them lubed. You got to oil the fretboard on those, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, let's see how many thumbs ups we can get. Currently, we have 19 thumbs ups.
I thought we had didn't we have 25 a little earlier?
Those are teaser thumbs ups.
No. Yeah, Brian, no, it wasn't my diabetes. I'm actually, for an unhealthy dude, I'm pretty healthy at the moment. So, Diabetes. No, it's
wow.
Yeah.
It's funnier when Ed Brimley says it.
Ed Grimley?
Ed Brimley. Remember? Oh,
Brimley?
Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley.
He says with that big mustache, I got diabetes.
That's.
You got to act like you're chewing on like a piece of leather.
He's chewing on his denture. His denture's like almost falling out.
Chewing on his curd.
Chewing on a piece of leather. Hey, Johnny, while we got Amanda in here and we're talking about my, I think the funnier thing from Saturday night's late show was the fact that Amanda was banning people at the end of the show.
Abuse of power with those wrenches.
Did she need to ban you as well?
That's why she has no wrench. I was like, Johnny, you gotta take it away. She's banning people.
Really?
Yeah.
She's got no wrench? I don't think anyone has wrenches. Did you take them away from everybody?
No, I had to take it away because it was nonstop. Well, we shouldn't talk about this. I mean,
John Bolware, we got the Jack John thing. John JOHN and Jack, yes, they are nicknames for each other. It's Jonathan that's not associated with Jack.
But he might, John Bolware might be on, he might have started the show a little later, so maybe he's catching.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing is not everybody is seeing us at exactly the same part of the video. Some people are watching us a little behind. Some people are further towards the end of the video.
Yep.
They know what already happened.
Anthony just said that. Dave, Anthony just said that cinnamon is good for diabetes. Is that true?
In some cases, but my diabetes is under control. I control it with Trulicity, which is I take it once a week, and my A1C levels are like a normal person's. Knock wood, but it's under control.
I control it with Twinkies.
Donuts, Entenmann's donuts.
Is Trulicity
chocolate
one
donuts.
of those? Is Trulicity one of those commercials that has like
Yes.
people playing tennis and fishing and talking about diabetes?
Yep.
Like they're so happy they're diabetic.
Yeah.
And like 300 side effects.
Anderson Cassiano once, he says, I don't speak English. Please play guitar. We don't play guitar on here. We don't play guitaro on here.
Y no guitar. No.
I played a little bit on the Late Show.
Just
go back and watch the Late Show. I played some,
oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys, if you guys missed it, what would I call it? Saturday Night Live.
That's why we got so many views.
What I called it, and we're just under 12,000 views. And no, I did not pay for them, Dave. Did not.
Saturday Night Live. Everyone was looking for Alec Baldwin.
Well, maybe Jay paid for them.
Yeah.
That's amazing. 12,000 views. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. All right.
But it wasn't all at once. It was later.
It doesn't matter when it comes, as long as it comes.
Yeah.
It was mainly. It was.
No, it matters. It matters.
John BL 5150 says, I fixed my mic. We can hear you. Tech more on Tuesday.
I think the reason why it's got so many views is because after my story, when the video was over and Johnny finalized it, he hashtagged Brazzers and it exploded. It went viral.
A lot of men thinking they wanted to finish something and they didn't get to finish. What the hell is this? What is this guitars and why am I looking at guys? Are they going to take their pants off?
Oh boy, it's Grinder.
Hey, you guys see this guitar?
Yeah. Dumb.
Tell me that doesn't look funny.
What the hell is that?
It's the way Gibson's making guitars these days.
There's the body. And there's the headstock.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty cool.
It's cool for like a one-off, like a goof, but I mean, unless somebody gave that to me. Huh?
It's cool to laugh at, but I wouldn't play the damn thing.
That'd be great if it was a cigar box.
Yes. We'll have to get Brendan Buttcheeks on that.
Be great if it was in the garbage.
It's the garbage box.
Is it garbage or garbage?
Garbage. Garbage. It's flash.
Wow.
Garbage. Killer Chimp 12 wants to know, did Eddie have his pickups wired in parallel or in series?
Well, are we talking about guitars with two humbuckers in it, or like the Frankenstrat?
Yeah.
Because that would just be, wired directly to the pot.
He's probably asking in general, I think.
What do you think, Dave?
I'm thinking probably series because there's parallel. They would sound thinner. They would sound more like single coils in parallel. Well, more like single coils than if it was full humbucker, but not quite a single coil.
You mean they'd sound out of phase?
Thinner. They would sound thinner. Well, not necessarily out of phase, just a lot thinner than humbuckers, than full-on humbucker.
Am I the only one
that's noticed what series and parallel is?
No, a polka dot guitar on the back wall.
What?
The polka dot guitar on the back wall.
You've never seen that guitar?
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's a Strat that I built.
Did you move
one humbucker? What? I changed everything around. I put all my
What?
Kramers.
You're wearing headphones.
I put all my Kramers on.
Blocking.
Put Kramers on, all the Kramers, and these guitars here. So basically it's a non-Van Halen wall.
Oh man!
We gotta get that EVH sign out of there.
That's what I told you to do like 3 years ago. Remember that? Remember, Dave? I told you should change the guitars for like every show.
I don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. It's too much work, and no, I don't want to do that. But it'll stay like this for a while. I put the the gang of wolves in the front over there. Then everything else that I have is it's all on stand, and then the over here to the wall that's right in front of me is the Ibanez guitars.
Yeah, I'm used to looking at the Gem and the Red Beach.
Yeah, that's here. Hang on, let's see if I can do this without. Maybe it won't feed back because I have headphones on. Let's see.
You're gonna go deaf in 3, 2, 1. Bow.
Hang on. Let's see. Hopefully it won't.
Those speakers gotta start steaming.
Can you guys hear me? Oh, I got it. Well, you know what? Hang on. Let me see if I can do this.
We'll just mute one of them.
More on Tuesday.
I'll mute this one. Hang on. Bear with it.
Mute your other one. You got the speakers on, that's why.
I'm like walking on the moon.
Yeah, unmute the phone one.
How about now? Is that better?
There you go. Yep.
There you are.
Trying to get this to work correctly.
There you go.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
There you are.
And then you have that one that needs to be returned. But we won't talk about that.
I just got a quick oh. That's not what I meant to hit. This was upside down, and when you look at it upside down, that's what I meant to hit.
There you go. Hit that button.
Can you will me the Larry Mitchell guitar?
No. If anywhere, it goes back to him. If I die before he does, it goes back to him.
Okay. And then I'll ask him for it.
There you go.
Can I hold it? Let me just hold it.
I played that guitar a lot yesterday, the other day. Yesterday? Day before yesterday. Yeah, let's play it. Let's look at it.
Yeah, let's look at it, please.
Let's look at it. This one here.
I dug that one.
Yeah.
I played that one. That was cool.
Did you just ding it up?
No. The tremolo arm hit my table.
Okay.
But this one's it's all beat up. It's been, around the world several times.
Mojo.
And Larry wears those big belt buckles.
Yeah. It's got up here, it's got a big chunk out of it.
Yep.
Mojo to spare, baby.
It's a wonderful guitar.
I know you've said it before whenever you bring it out, but just go through the pickups real quick.
Okay, this is the bridge pickup is an X2N, but it's not a normal X2N. It's more like if there was to be an X3N. Steve Blucher at DiMarzio overwound it, so it's probably about a 17 or 18K. Wow, which makes it super duper 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 hot, more than anything that I think is on for sale. Then the middle pickup is a Gem single coil, and the neck pickup is a PAF Pro, and it's wired like a Gem, where the 2 and 4 positions would be the inner coils of the humbuckers and the single coil at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So is the bridge pickup like a lot louder, or is it all very balanced?
Yeah.
And hello, Tone Talk.
Tone Talk, what's happening?
Tone Talk.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's up?
I think the bridge pickup just has more sustain. I don't know if it's any louder, but it's there's quite a bit of sustain. It's like if you listen to it clean, it starts to distort a little bit. But if you listen to it with gain on your amp, it's not necessarily more distorted, but it's got a lot of sustain. Like it pretty much plays itself.
It plays nice. I played that one.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful guitar. It never goes out of tune. It's really funny. Like I play this very rarely, and whenever I pick it up, it's still in tune. I think that's inherent with most of these old Ibanez guitars. They really knew how to make them in the late 80s to mid 90s. Not saying they don't know how to make them now, but they were much better back within, like I'd say 87 to 95.
Gotta agree with that.
Is their best. That's their heyday.
Really was.
Yeah, Dave, I was telling you guys the other day, like this thing back here, man, I've been playing that a lot lately, a real lot. And it's just every day, man, it's in tune all the time, man. It's crazy how reliable they are.
Yeah.
What year is that one, Jay?
91.
Great time.
Yup.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really funny how lately I've been playing the three Ibanez guitars that I have here. This one, the Yellow Gem, and the Red Beach model. They're just, every time I pick them up, I never need to do a neck a neck adjustment. They're always in tune. There's never a problem with them. There just never is a problem. Every other guitar I own, you have to tweak it here and there. It may be a little bit out of tune, And
what's funny about that, Dave, is that if you think about how thin those Ibanez necks were, and there's just a truss rod. Like nowadays, guitars have like, carbon fiber support rods going through, plus the truss rod, and all this extra stuff to help support it. And it's like things out of tune.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really crazy.
Dave, is that the wizard neck or no?
This one is a wizard neck. Yeah.
I remember it being thin.
Super duper thin. It's a little too thin for me personally, but the guitar is first of all, it's a nostalgic guitar. It's a celebrity guitar, and it means a lot to me because Larry gifted it to me when I was in the hospital. And he said, I remember him calling me. I was in the hospital for it was because of diabetes, but I had lost a toe. I don't know where it is. I never found it, but yeah, I got a toe chopped off. But he called me to see how I was doing, and I was doing all right, but I was out of it, all doped up. And he said, "When will you be home?" I said, "I don't know, probably sometime next week." He says, "Well, make sure you check your door because there's a gift. I'm sending you a healing gift." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Is it something I need to? Is it big? Is it small? What is it? Will it fit in the door, or is it going to be outside?" He said, "Well, you remember that guitar you've always wanted? That was mine. That every time you'd come over my house and play it, and
try to leave with it.
It was that magic guitar?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, it's yours. I'm sending it to you."
Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I was blown away by it. And this guitar has been in my stable longer than any guitar that I've ever owned, and it'll never go anywhere. This guitar means the world to me.
Is it still available?
Yeah, it's available on Google Plus.
You got to lose a toe. Is this the guitar before?
That was before it was marbleized. Yeah, that's exactly the guitar.
Is it a different neck, or is it the same?
Nope, same neck, exact neck. Yeah, this is exactly that. When it was white, when that guitar was white before it was marbleized, it had another neck other than that one. He broke the original neck by doing this thing, when you do it with the tremolo like this. Yeah. It fell off of him and the headstock broke. And then it had that neck put on it, which is this neck.
See how Larry used to put his picks between the strings and the headstock?
Yeah.
That's where I started to do that because of I saw him do it. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea.
That thing is so pretty. It's like cookies and cream.
Yeah,
the vest or the guitar.
The thing is, I loved it. I loved it both ways. I loved it when it was white with white pickups and no marbleizing, and then when he got this done, which it was done by Darren Johansson, who marbleized all of the Steve Vai guitars, the 7-strings. It was like the guitar took on another life. It was just, I was like, oh my God, it's even better than it was before. And I loved it when it was just white.
Yeah.
So that's different than a swirl?
This is swirled, yeah.
Well, marbleized.
Is that marbleized swirl? Term? It's the same thing.
It's just two colors.
Yeah. Marbleized and swirl they're two names for the same process.
Michael Collins just asked who stole the marble rye. It's like Jerry Seinfeld's
Jerry.
running down the street with that guitar.
Yep.
Give me that rye, you old bag.
Oh man.
And this neck is flamed as well. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some flame in it.
Nice.
Cool.
Like I
Todd,
said,
aka Soda Pop, asks me, "Did you pick up a 7-string because of Vi or Korn?" Can I embarrass myself for a second?
don't say
Please,
corn.
please, can I embarrass myself? When they first started putting the 7-string guitar, when they first come out, and they were in like the Musician's Friend magazines and the AMS and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought that it was an extra, it was like a high A string. I didn't realize that it was a low B. I thought it was E, E through E and then an extra A string on top. And I was like, why the hell would anybody want, I was young. I had just started playing guitar, or maybe not even playing guitar then when I saw those. And I didn't realize that it was a low string. And then what?
Let me interrupt you for a second. I remember Vi being interviewed when they first came out with 7 strings, and he absolutely said that you could either put a low B string on it or a high A string on it. You could use it either way. And that's why he did it. He happens to use it for the low B, but you can use it as a regular guitar with a high A on it. So
Well,
you weren't wrong.
For a while there, I remember the band Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Wes Borland used a 7-string back in the day. And I remember reading an interview with him saying that he had he had some weird alternate tuning where he had 2 high E strings or something like that. And he can do these weird things. And I mean, that's kind of cool too. But yes, Todd, it's because of Korn. I heard that first Korn record and I was just like,
well, it makes sense because
You're like,
that's heavy as hell.
Yeah.
And then I saw the video from, I think, like Blind or something like that. And they were playing Universe guitars. And I was like, what?
You were born in
Low
1980?
string?
Were you born in 1980? When were you born?
77.
77?
Yeah. I got old balls, man.
Well, it's still 7 years after me. So it makes sense that, the 90s music is kind of like the era you grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
So less 80s and more 90s, really.
Yeah, but 80s, my brother's 4 years older, and I basically, he got me into music, and I listened to whatever he listened to for, a decade and a half.
Well, luckily you had an older brother, you know, but most people that are, only children, they, it wouldn't have worked out that way. You wouldn't have liked the music of the 80s because you were too young, really. It just got forced down your throat, and that's why you liked it.
Yes.
So many jokes.
I know. Dave's got a lot of lines tonight that you could really, really like follow up on. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Todd, aka Soda Pop, Howie is not wearing diapers or underwear. He is styling in the latest dog fashion pants today. So just to keep that straight.
Yeah, usually we'd say that's a Speedo,
Yes.
Like, he was at the pool. He was just swimming. He was at the beach. I live at the beach.
And, Howie's got a big package, so you don't want to show off too much, He's being modest today.
Uh-huh. Speaking of packages,
I
think a couple of us have a couple of us have packages.
And I have something else to show when you guys are done as well. Show and tell piece.
And later tonight, I'll have a guitar for everybody.
Wow. Is this Oprah?
What, really? Wasn't expecting that, John.
And John, because of you.
And you get a guitar. And you get a guitar.
Yeah, because of you, I'm looking at gunslingers now.
I'm telling you, man, they're the shit.
Although, Nesdal, it seems like you're on like an Ibanez kick right now.
Yeah, I am on an Ibanez kick.
Bozique in the room.
I would really love to show
Bozique.
you guys what I got here, but I need, I don't know if I'm keeping it. So I'll wait till the next show whether I keep it or not.
Well, if you don't keep it, we won't see it.
Right.
Yeah. The mystery.
Yeah.
Johnny, you want to open yours first, or should I open mine first?
Oh, you have one? Oh, yeah, you do.
Wait, can you do?
I have a package.
Can you do odds and evens to see who has to open it first? Once
Do rock, paper, scissors.
You mean one
Rock,
of these?
paper, scissors.
One of these
1,
things?
2, 3.
Well, I like odds and evens. Odds and evens is funnier because that's the Seinfeld. Speaking of Seinfeld, remember when George and Jerry did it?
So wait,
how about 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato?
Takes too long.
Everyone put the potatoes in. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato. You're it.
Wow.
How should we settle this?
I don't know, man.
I think since it's Johnny's show, he should just choose.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 200.
I'm thinking of something blue.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 51.
8. Oh, you ate one too.
Oh, you ate 1 3. I don't know. You can go first.
No, by all means, old Beane.
Oh.
You go first.
Oh, but I insist.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be right. It's your show.
Janice wants you to go by age. So whoever's older.
Well, Johnny's
Okay.
about 57.
All right, I'll go. Actually, in the chat, let the chat decide. We got 77 people watching this. Who
All
should
right,
open?
both Johnny and I got gifts in the mail. Who do you want to see first?
Whose package do you want to see first?
Bow.
But we both have the same name, though.
I know, right? No, well, you're John John. I'm John Jon.
Yeah.
I like Quentin James.
Oh, if we're going by penis size, Johnny's definitely. If we're going by
He's going
bigger,
twice.
Johnny wins.
Johnny's going twice.
Whoever's not Jewish, go first.
I'm hung like a raisin. Don't look at me.
I'm like a razor. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Razor thin.
I cut him up.
Oh.
Ron
ahead,
Limber.
Johnny.
Ron Limber says pink hat first.
Well, there you go.
Well, that's Johnny. Oh, that's me.
Okay.
Little Johnny. Soda Pop wants Little Johnny to go first.
All right. Next comment. The next one that says either one of our names.
Nightbot decides.
Jonathan. All right.
Okay.
Amanda says Jonathan.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this package, I don't know what's in it, but generously sent to me by James O'Brien, and thank you so much for whatever is in here, even if it's like your sample of shit for your colon screening. I just want to say thank you so much for whatever is in here. I really hope it's not his sample.
Surprises are always fun, no matter what they are. Huh?
Yeah.
Juan.
All right, I'm cutting as we speak.
Don't show the. Oh, you already got the lecture from Johnny. Don't show the.
Yeah. I got that already.
Yeah, Nesdall is notorious for showing people's addresses or his own.
I live here.
Other people's.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple of things in here. Let's pull them out one at a time. Wow, I don't even know what this is.
You're gonna touch it before you even know.
This is a guitar strap, and look at this beautiful thing. Holy hell! Look at this puppy. Hold on.
Yeah, turn the light on. There you go.
Yeah, I can't even see it. This is badass. Look at this thing.
I can tell you like it by the look on your face, man. That is genuine. Right
Dude,
there.
come on now. This is black leather and pink. My colors.
Yes.
This is my color combo, and this thing's a great quality strap. This thing's got, wow. This thing is two leather on the side, on this side. Look at the quality of this thing.
It's beautiful.
And
That's all you.
And it's got mesh on the other side.
Mm.
Seatbelt material.
So it doesn't stick to your sweaty.
My very sweaty shoulders.
Yeah.
This thing is badass. Look at this is a really good quality strap, dude. Thank you so much for this. Seriously. Really awesome. Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Very nice. James O'Brien. Rock on, brother. Thank you.
That's awesome.
And just to say what brand it is, the brand is Got 'em, get 'em.
Got 'em, get 'em.
Just so we can see that. Got 'em, get 'em.
Boy, that hook is not going to stay on your guitar very long, is it? That's
American made.
Never mind. That was stupid. My first dad joke of the night.
Get 'em, get 'em. Get 'em, get 'em. I'm sorry. Get 'em, get 'em. Get 'em, get 'em. Thank
Janice
you.
said
Hold on.
What?
This is worth mentioning because now these guys deserve an extra plug. Because get 'em, guitar straps and accessories. Partial proceeds go to animal rescue.
Oh.
Now I'm really feeling good about this.
Yep.
Wow.
So I'm proud to support this company now.
And that's real leather.
No, this is leather.
That's dog
Leather
skin.
from the finest dogs alive.
Oh.
Dog skin leather.
No, this is great. And the color is my color. Thank you so much, brother.
This leather has been tested on animals.
That's a cat strap.
Yeah, this reminds me of the strap my father used to beat me with. I'm going to have trauma every time I put this on. I'm going to be like, oh, Daddy.
You'll
Yeah,
put it on. You'll
warning,
keep spinning your guitar around backwards.
Did your dad do the take off his garrison belt and do that and snap it? Remember that? Remember that move?
Yeah.
My dad did kung fu moves. No lie there. No, this is so awesome. Thank you so much, James O'Brien.
Wow.
That is cool.
Oh, crap.
Wrong one, huh? Well, Janice commented as you were opening that and said, I did my first unboxing on my channel yesterday. So after we're done, not now, everybody check out Janice's channel and see what she unboxed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome. Awesome. Janice, go ahead and go put it in the...
I don't know if she knows what that is.
Oh. No, she's in there. Hey, Mark Taylor.
Does mine hurt your ears?
It was the difference
Oh yeah, the mine's flat.
in sharps and flats.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
One,
Ready?
two,
1, 2, 3.
Go. Yeah, that's not pleasant. Speaking of beatings, I remember one time. I said something to my mom, wised off to her, and she grabbed my wiffle ball bat. This is like, I was probably 13 or something. And she went to give me a little whack in the butt, and I caught it. Worst move I ever did was catch a wiffle ball bat. When my dad got home, if your mother wants to hit you with something, you let her do it.
that bat was so far up your ass.
Is that when the belt? Is that when he did the belt move?
Man, I thought,
Is that it, Jay? That's when he did the belt move.
he did that.
The belt. What is that called? The whoosh.
Yeah, I forget.
The belt snap.
You didn't have to say much.
Yeah.
I would always do that with my friends. I'd say, "Here, put your hand in here," and they would never do it. But you know it.
Though, right?
No, it never hurts. No.
Yeah, but it hurts when you get it on your butt cheek.
There you go. But no, I never got the belt slap or whatever. I always got the claw.
What?
You guys ever get a claw?
It's the craw.
The
It's not the craw. It's the craw.
my shoulder always just had nail. It was horrible.
Brian Davies has a great question. Says, so Tech Tuesday question. What are you going to use rather than Hangouts?
Oh, that's
a good question.
Is it Brian?
Yep.
Question.
Brian, that's an excellent question. And
we don't have an answer yet.
no, this is the last show. This is it.
Yeah,
it's all over.
Well, I'm sure that, you know, when is April 2nd?
Is it April 2nd? That's the last
April 2nd is what day? Hang on.
Actually, our last show is April 1st.
April 1st is Monday? No, it's a Monday.
Yeah.
So April 2nd is Tuesday, so we will not...
Might be back Monday.
If we don't find a new medium for Tuesday, April 2nd, we will not be on April 2nd. It'll be March 26th will be our last show.
March.
Yeah, we'll be in reruns.
The Ides of March.
Syndication.
It's like Gilligan's Island.
Wait, before or after Seinfeld?
It'll be Gilligan's Island, Brady Bunch, and Johnny Beane in a block of humor.
Yes. First families of funny.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, what did you get beat with when you were a kid?
Oh, we're looking. Quentin James got the big one. Doesn't sting as much as that orange Hot Wheels track.
Oh,
final orange Hot Wheels track.
I remember
that thing was like a whip. Holy hell!
All right, so I'll tell you what used to happen to me. My grandfather was from Yugoslavia, and he was mean when he wanted to be. So if I mouthed off or if I was in trouble, I would try running away, like outside on the we have a big driveway here. John has seen it. So I'd be trying to run away, and he'd take his belt off and throw it at me, and it'd get stuck in my legs, so I'd fall down, and then he'd beat me with it.
Who's your grandfather, Batman?
He knew how to throw a belt. Always knew how to throw a belt. He never missed. Never missed.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
It's like a bolo with the 3 stones on. He like.
My grandfather beat the crap out of me when he needed to. My father, not so much. Well, he hit me once. I'll tell you this story, and it's a funny story. And yes, you can make fun of me afterwards. So I'm at a party. I think I was 14 or 15. I'm at a party, and just keep in mind I was 300 pounds at the time. So I'm at this party with all my friends, and there, hot dogs and all that stuff. So I ate 5 hot dogs. But when I got home to talk to when I got home, my father said, "So what'd you eat tonight?" "Oh, I had a couple hot dogs." "How many hot dogs you eat, Dave?" "I don't know, 2, 3. And he closed fist punched me right in the mouth.
Damn.
He knew because he had spoken to the father of the place we were at. "Yeah, you're selling 5 hot dogs." I lied to my dad, and I got punched in the mouth, like hard, like he wound up and punched me, like you would see on TV, like real punch. Man, I never lied to him again.
His dad was like Steve Austin.
You heard the glass break.
I was just happy that he didn't break any of my teeth because he hit me hard. And I came out of left field. It was so fast. It happened so fast that I had no idea what was happening to me until I had a bloody lip.
Don't you eat anything pink and penis shaped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wooden spoon. Alley Cat said, "I got pump soap in the mouth." Oh, that's worse than bar soap.
That's like a prison thing.
Man.
It's like your dad fills up a sock with pennies and beats you in the face.
Soccer quarters. Who said, Bozique said, "So we're done, no more YouTube show"? No, Johnny is looking. He's been looking into changing formats for the past Johnny? Year and 3-4 months.
Longer than that. Longer than that. Really.
Yeah, just a different format.
So now Google's forcing Johnny's hand. So now he has to.
Yeah. We'll be doing something similar to like when I go live on my own and I'm playing the guitar. It'll be something similar to that, but with all of us.
Now, let me ask you this. If we did Skype, could it be with all of us, or is it just 2 people? Can you do more than 2 people?
Mm-hmm. I think you can, yeah.
And
so why don't we just use Skype?
I think we will. But we need to test.
Well, I'm home.
I'm always telling you, I need to test this stuff out.
Even the days I have dialysis, I'm home by 2:00. I have every day. You can just say, Dave, can you test? Okay. And I'm at my computer anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But are we going to be able to stream it to YouTube?
Yeah.
That's the huge question.
Nah, I can stream anything to YouTube. Anything.
Well, I mean, the other guy uses it, and he streams to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
what about the chat?
You can stream anything. The chat will still be there. The chat will be the same.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, don't worry.
So send Johnny money for your subscription now, and don't get locked out.
Yeah. So Johnny, let's take a look at what you have to unpackage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do I stand up now?
No.
Where's the zipper button?
I thought you were standing up.
Where's the
Just put it up to the screen, Johnny.
Oh, okay. Here we go. This is mine. Right here.
It's awfully square.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Can somebody please send Johnny an empty envelope just so he has to open it on the air and nothing's in it? Here, enjoy this air from New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's a fart. I sent you a fart.
And make sure you put a swack on the front of it.
Not a swastika. Not a swastika.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Very cool.
How many tracks is that?
Tascam. Very cool. How many tracks is that?
That's awesome. It's a cool shirt.
I don't know.
Who sent you that, Johnny?
This was a gift from the Tone King.
Nice.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah, he had a friend of his on from Tascam. Was it last week? And they were talking about Tascam stuff, and there it is.
Very cool.
So the Tone King, thank you very, very much.
You know,
I've got something to show too. Even though
if I got to talk to
somebody
from Tascam, you know what I would tell him? Make a DAW, a digital audio workstation, and you know, to compete with Pro Tools and Studio One and all that stuff. But that's just my opinion.
They don't have a DAW yet?
Maybe it doesn't pay for them to do it. I'm sure they would have thought of that by now.
Well, I'm just saying, not as many people are using the old school, you know, digital recorders anymore as much as they are, you know, a computer for recording. So, but I mean, I started with was it a Tascam or a Fostex? I think it was a Tascam.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know, holy crap, I'm breaking new ground here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've been using Tascam since 1990.
1900.
And I'm still using Tascam. Right now I'm talking to you guys through a Tascam. Believe it or not, it's right here.
And I'm thinking Friday you're going to be talking to us wearing a Tascam.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will be.
Nice shirt, man.
Yeah. Oh, nice strap, man.
Strap on, strap off.
I think in your case, it's just strap on.
Just strap on, baby. You know, I'm just reading in the chat, and they're still talking all the ways that we've all been beaten by our parents. Wooden spoon, yardstick, kick in the ass. But I love this one. Rick Hafner says, sucked when your parents used your own toys to abuse you.
I was just going to say, what, they shove it in his ass or something?
So imagine your parents, we're going to see how many of these here Star Wars figures we can cram up your ass. There's Vader and Greedo. Don't talk to your mother again, because here's Death Squad Commander right in there. There's room for R5D4.
Who?
R5D4. That's pretty funny.
And don't put them in the sitting position.
I got a funny whoop
Talk to your mother again. I'm gonna hit you with that big G.I. Joe you got. No, I'm gonna hit the Terradrome over your fucking head.
Ken Stowe said Darth Invader.
Well, we're gonna have to delete this post.
Oh man. Can I give a quick beating story?
Yeah.
That didn't involve me getting beat.
Uh-oh.
So in New York, my cousin lived 2 houses away from me up the street, you know? So I was there. It was like 9:30 at night. We were in probably junior high. And my uncle, his dad, walks by the bedroom. He's like, "Hey, Jason, it's getting pretty late. Why don't you head home?" So my cousin turns to my uncle and goes, "You're not his dad. You can't tell him what to do." Yo, all of a sudden, my uncle turns to me and goes, "Jason, leave." And I left, and all I heard was him getting thrown around. It was the best. The next day, I went up there. The computer chair that he had in his room, the back seat was bent backwards. His New York Rangers garbage can was bent in. I was like, "What the hell happened here last night?" "Nothing, man, nothing. He didn't do anything." I'm like, yeah, sure he did. What, like WrestleMania happened in here and you're telling me?
It's like that movie The Hangover, you know? You wake up and everything's destroyed and there's a tiger walking through. And
right. You got suplexed.
He got whooped pretty good, man. Wow. You're not his dad. You can't tell him what to do.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nice.
That wins, I think. That one wins.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did anything happen to you yesterday? Did your dad hit you? No.
He hit everything else.
Yeah, he missed me.
Yeah, he hit things with me, not he.
Bo Zeke said he got hit with a flip-flop in the eye when he was 5. Had to go to school with a black eye.
Wow.
Great parents.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can't even yell at your kid without being like shown on the internet as a viral asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You shot Jimmy Walker in his lips? Oh, you took a shot in the lips and you look like Jimmy Walker. Well, did you do it?
Hey, our friend Scott Nickerson had a Tessie switch put in.
Tessie switch. Nice.
Very cool, man.
And then he went and picked up a made in Japan Wolfgang yesterday.
Whoa.
Nice.
Look at that beautiful.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Everybody's getting those.
I know.
That same guitar.
How about Jared?
That's some top. Nice color.
Jared, did you see Jared Frost's?
Yeah.
His got the craziest top I've ever seen on it.
Wow, look at the quilting on that thing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, once he gets it, he's gonna jump on with us.
Yeah. And we got to talk about Caleb's new guitar.
Oh,
did you guys see his new guitar?
What he got?
Pull that up too.
Yeah, Caleb just got today, in fact, got a white 2009 USA Wolfgang. Beautiful guitar.
Here's the picture that he sent us.
Beautiful.
And then I think the best part
There's
about
a video.
The best part about it is this response that I sent.
You're gonna get some leg tonight for sure. Tell us how you do.
Tell us, Blanche Devereaux. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hey, Brendan.
Butt cheeks.
Yeah, good to see you last Friday, I think it was.
Quentin James just said, "My mom just had to give us the look." Who's your mom, Medusa?
Methresa.
Jesus. That shouldn't be funny, but it was.
Oh my God. So thanks to Michael James, who's a good friend of ours in the chat. He watches us almost every week. I got this Floyd FRT7. This is an old one. This is probably from 1981, I would imagine, or 82. And it's a whale tail FRT7. Really cool Floyd Rose.
Nice, man.
Beautiful, man.
Hey, you like the push-pull arms, right?
Push-pull arms.
Well, the old style. The Floyd arms.
Yeah, but this is not a push-pull. It sits in there with a, it's the old style. I like them better than the screw-in ones.
Do you need one?
Actually, I do. What do you got?
I have.
Is it chrome?
Of course it's.
Oh, look at that. I'll take it.
Of course it's chrome. For Christ's sake.
Yes, I would take that in a second.
You want this?
I could use it.
All right. I'll send it to you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
My mom used to beat me with a chrome arm like that.
Brendan, you're welcome, man. Yeah, if you guys missed it, go back to Friday's show. And Brendan B. Squared was showing off his cigar box guitars that he builds.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then he gave one to John 5 when he met him.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't show the video.
Who didn't?
He never showed the video on we never saw it.
You want me to show it?
I don't think I saw it.
I didn't see it.
Is it okay if we show it, Brendan?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
So here's the picture of Brendan and John 5
with a cheetah on his shoulder.
I love the
full-on cheetah.
I seen a picture of Nuno Betancourt in a video wearing like a safari hat. I was like, what is? So here's.
Oh, did I mention that Nuno Betancourt's our guest next week? You shouldn't talk bad about it.
Cool. I hope he's wearing the hat.
It'll be on April 1st.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Jay, say something?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dave talked over it. And you can't hear it. Wow.
That's very cool.
That's
awesome,
cool.
awesome, Brendan. Very cool, man.
Yep.
John 5 is an amazing, amazing player.
Yeah. He really is. I'm waiting for John to upload some footage of him playing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nothing yet.
That'd be cool. And how many strings are on those?
13.
3, I think.
Hey, Buckethead is playing here. I want to say Thursday or Friday of this week.
You ought to get him some chicken.
I know. We're going to go see him. Let me see when that is, because we got to go see it.
Just reach on his face. And
wait, did you say Friday?
I'm going to check. Hold on.
Because, by the way, I told you we had a guest on Friday where we're scheduling that for the following Friday.
Okay, well then, if it's Friday, I'll be okay with it then. Let's see.
Yeah.
Fried Chicken Friday with Buckethead.
Let's see. Jackal is coming. Remember them with the chainsaw?
Yeah.
They were horrible then.
Brendan, speaking of the chance, that's where he saw John 5 in Poughkeepsie. When Jackal played there, probably in the early to maybe midnight. When was their song? What year was that?
Has to be like 87 or 88.
No, it was like 90, 91.
Yeah.
90, 91, 92.
Yeah, they came to the chance and they chainsawed the back door open wider because they couldn't fit something in. And Frank, who was the owner of the chance, went effing ballistic.
Well, yeah.
Yep. Obviously, where the hell's the ad for Buckethead, man?
How did they get the the guy hold up the chainsaw to the guy's pickup on the guitar to get the sound?
Yeah, or a microphone.
Here it is. Friday, March 22nd. So it's a good thing that we're postponing for a week because he's coming and we got to go. I mean, I can't miss that, you know? So
speaking of good shows, I know Nerd Halen is coming to North Hollywood soon.
He should be coming to North Myrtle Beach.
Are you going to go, Jonathan?
I think I am. If I can free up, I think I am. I want to go.
Awesome.
So I'm going to try. And then a little down the road, Queensryche is playing in Hollywood also on the 28th with Fate's Warning.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to try to see that too.
Awesome.
See if you can buy some guitars off those guys.
I already have guitars from those guys.
Because they're going to need to get paid for their gigs somehow.
He's going to walk into the show and he's going to have the Costanza wallet, but it's not going to be a wallet. It's just going to be cash just in his pocket.
With a paperclip.
Cash wrapped around a wallet. The wallet's in the middle. It's just,
I hold my wallet.
What? That's really late.
Brian Davies pointed out, and this is true, Motley Crue's Netflix show starts on Friday, The Dirt. Looking forward to trying that. We discussed that a few weeks ago. I really hope that's good, man.
Well, the band is behind it. Well, not behind it, but they're cool with it, right?
I mean, I know they're not going to make exactly the book, you know. They're not going to make like, you know, these incredible, you know, Caligula level orgies and stuff. But I really hope it's got a lot of the feel of the book because the book was amazing.
Yeah, my wife read it. She said it was awesome. So, but the fact that like Nikki Sixx has a big part to do with the series, right? So it's not going to be something that comes out and the band is going to release this press statement saying, "Oh, it was, you know, blah blah blah, this and that." It's going to be cool, right?
They're advising on it, but I mean, I'm looking at the casting of the guy who played Mick Mars, and he's like happy and smiling, and Mick's just miserable. Mick's like a dark, miserable guy in real life. So I'm a little concerned, but I mean, look, it is what it is. I'm happy to have a bad version of The Dirt than no version of it.
And you know what's weird about that is, like you say, the orgies thing and all this stuff that happened. Usually, when there's like a movie or a series based off of something in real life, they have to kind of embellish and maybe make them. Not this. They have to tone it down.
They have to take away.
Yeah. Take away a lot.
Yeah. It's like that with bands like Motley Crue and Skid Row. Not Skid Row. Well, maybe even Skid Row, but like Poison, those bands where it's all debauchery, they have to like tone it down.
But here's the thing. Poison was like a lot of girls and a lot of sex and stuff, a lot of groupies, but they weren't like a violent gang kind of thing the way Motley Crue was. Motley kind of like, you know, if there was like a fight, someone picking on one of them, all of a sudden like the other three would be like gladiators jumping into this fight and like just causing havoc.
Well, remember, guys, a few months ago, somebody asked that question of like, what band from like the 80s, that era, if you could choose to be in, what would it be? And even over Van Halen, like I chose Motley Crue just because it was half the crowd was girls, half the crowd was dudes. It was still heavy enough to be like cool. You know, you weren't like, if you listen to Poison after a while, it was like, dude, you listen to Poison? Motley Crue was never like that. Motley Crue is still cool to this day.
I love
Motley Crue, man.
I love Motley Crue too, but I think I chose Bon Jovi for that question.
Well,
they were like on top of the world.
See, the thing with Motley Crue is, I mean, what's his name? The singer. The hell's his name? Vince Neil. His voice, he's so whiny. His voice is just so whiny. It wasn't great.
That has nothing to do with it, though. I'm just talking about as far as like.
Oh, at some point, the music's got to have something to do with it.
I like Vince's voice.
Yeah, I mean, when you listen to him over the past 15 years, I mean, it's not the best, but.
Well, nowadays you got to make sure he's not trying to eat you when he sings.
5 hot dogs, right?
Yeah, like to punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, it's all the songs list. It's Shout at the Devil Dogs, Ham Sweet Ham. What else has he got?
They cover Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Instead of Dr. Feelgood, it's Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Grills.
It's horrible.
Oh man.
Vince's weight fluctuates. You know what?
Don't go away. I'm eating. Don't go away. Just go away. I'm eating.
Yeah, don't take away my plate.
Don't go away mad. Go away. I'm eating.
That's horrible.
Oh man.
I was never the biggest fan of Motley Crue.
I'm not a huge Crue fan either.
It was the vocals. I could never.
Like I said,
it fit the band. It did.
He fit it, but like
I didn't like Bret Michaels either.
My opinion on Motley Crue is like they'd have a handful, if that, of great songs on each record, and the rest to me are like filler. Like I put a Motley Crue set list. Jeez, I'm in the band. Motley Crue playlist on my Spotify, and there's like 3, maybe 4 songs from each record in there until after Dr. Feelgood, the band was over, in my opinion, because Vince got booted or left, depending on what story you listen to. And it was almost like the Van Halen thing. Like after Sammy left, they never regained what they had. And I think the same thing with Motley Crue. After Dr. Feelgood and Vince Neil left, they never got back to what they were.
But that's also the time period. I mean, think about this. Going down the line, every 80s band was a couple of hits and then filler. Then at some point in the late 80s, every frontman and guitarist had a battle. They split into different bands. Early 90s, they got back together, but it was too late because grunge was in the scene. I mean, it's like Motley Crue, Dokken, Poison. I mean, I could go down the line.
Every band.
Van Halen.
The same thing.
All of them.
Rat.
Rat.
For a while, Stephen Pearcy wasn't in the band. You know.
And speaking of Motley Crue and Dokken, right? I prefer Vince Neil's solo record, Exposed, with Steve Stevens over any Motley Crue record. And I prefer Lynch Mob's self-titled record over any Dokken record.
Well, well, for the most part, I prefer any Lynch Mob record over Dokken. But I mean, there were, their live record, Back for the Attack. Was that Back for the Attack? Is that the live record?
I'll look it up real quick.
I think that's the live record. They had a live record. That was a great record. As Dokken.
It was live in Japan or
live in Japan. It was just after Back for the Attack.
Let's see. I'm looking up right now, Dave.
I mean, I liked for breakups. I liked Lynch Mob, and I liked Dokken. I like early Dokken better than Lynch Mob. I think Lynch Mob is a terrific band.
Quentin James is right. It's Beast from the East. That's the name of the band. That was the name of the live record. That record is crazy good.
Oh,
yeah, it really is.
Dude, the first 3 songs: Unchain the Night, Tooth and Nail, Dream Warriors. Are you kidding me? Into the Fire, Mr. Scary.
It's a great record. It's like a who's who of amazing songs.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put this in my playlist. Beast from the East. Thank you. Who said that?
Quentin James.
Quentin James. Thank you. There it is. I love me some Spotify, man. Awesome.
Yep. Now, like I was saying, Lynch Mob was one of the few breakaway bands that I have to say was still terrific. Just as good as Dokken, but I still love early Dokken.
Yeah, have you heard Don Dokken try to sing These Days?
Yeah,
he's another one.
Try.
He's another one that like ate the kitchen sink and can't sing.
Yeah. Don's a little poorly. I mean, look, you get old. I can't blame someone for getting fat, but I can blame you for not taking care of your voice.
No, I don't think that has anything. I think it's just some guys, they get older and it's harder to sing like that, man. A lot of these guys, they hit those high notes like Jeff Tate. It's like
Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar has done every drug possible, and has done everything that you could do to kill yourself, and he sings pretty much as good now as he did then.
But on the Balance tour, they started tuning down a half step.
So what? He still sings in key.
I know. I'm just saying he wasn't.
And Dokken always tuned half step down from the get go.
From the get-go.
Yeah, from the get-go.
No, not a gecko, Geico.
Echo. From the echo. From the echo.
Yeah.
Remember that Dokken commercial with Dokken and the chicken? There was a TV commercial. This is Dokken, and this is a chicken. Do you remember that?
Nope.
It was like an insurance commercial or something. Does anyone in the chat remember this? I forget what it was for. But
That sounds familiar.
Huh?
That sounds familiar to me. Yeah.
It was something like protect your chicken from Dokken or something.
Protect
it was like
Dokken.
it was like everyone needed money at the time in the 90s. So like, all right, we'll do this commercial.
Protect Dokken from Johnny's chickens.
Don't let Dokken choke your chicken.
Hey, Tessie.
Money.
Oh my goodness.
Tessie switch.
I don't know. But no, Sammy Hagar can still sing. There's guys out there. Mitch Malloy, holy shit. He can still sing like it's yesterday.
He's still young, though.
How young could he be, though?
I think he's in his 40s.
Nah.
He's not that young.
He's in his 50s.
That young.
Yeah.
Is he really?
No, he's how old, Johnny?
He looks young.
In the chat, how old is Mitch Malloy? He's got to be in his 50s.
He's got
to be mid 50s.
I agree with that. He's got to be. He looks great. He sings great.
Mm-hmm. Remember, he walked right past us when we were eating those chicken sandwiches.
Right at Nam. Johnny and I are eating chicken sandwiches. We're like, oh, this is Malloy.
Bozique says, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Sammy never had a big drug problem. He drinks and smokes weed, but never really transitioned from recreational use to full-blown out of control. No, he wasn't out of control, but if you read his book, he was snorting cocaine too. So, and if you ask me, once you start doing that, you're doing drugs.
Ken Stowe makes a great point. Steven Tyler is still amazing. I got to agree with that 1,000%. That guy's like a little kid. I don't know how he does it. He's like in his 70s. He's swinging on poles, and he's still got those vocal chops.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys can still
5150 Fly Guy says he knows Sammy. Well, why don't you get him on our show?
Yeah, come on, man. Help us out.
Wait a second.
Come on, dude.
Sammy?
I get all my friends on our show.
He means
what were we talking about, Sammy? And I saw the comment about where was it? I thought Sammy never had a big. He didn't have a drug problem.
He did. He did have it. Well, it wasn't a problem, but he did cocaine just like the rest of them. Not as much, but he still did it.
He partied, but he wasn't out of control. He wasn't an addict selling his gear.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
In his book, he said he talked about the tour where it got a little crazy was the Carnal Knowledge tour.
Yeah.
Him and Eddie, that was like the tour that they were
both getting screwed up. Yeah,
both doing it. But Sammy talks about like even his drinking. Like you'd think the guy has a rum company, the tequila thing that he did, owns the cantina and stuff like that. He says he doesn't drink like in the mornings and stuff like that. He has a couple, like he doesn't drink to get drunk. He drinks to get a good buzz on and then stops, which is a smart thing to do, you know?
He parties.
Yeah, he has a good time.
I remember on MTV one time, he was talking about, remember when he had that clothing line in the early 90s or late 80s? He had Red Rocker.
Red Rocker, yeah.
Clothing, and he had bikes and stuff. I remember him saying that if he goes out drinking, when he gets home, he stops. He doesn't drink at all when he gets home.
Yeah.
Well, thank God.
You know,
he wasn't home for 6 months. Jeez.
Hey guys, I don't have a drinking problem. I don't drink when I get home, but I drink for 6 months straight.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop in to use the bathroom.
That's the worst though, man. It's like you come home and you're totally out of it, and you continue drinking. I remember I was on tour down in LA years ago, and I was out. Jonathan, Jonathan, do you remember a club called Spaceland? You know Silver Lake?
No.
Well, there was this club, and I had a cold. So everybody's like, Johnny, drink wine. You know, don't drink beer, drink wine. So I black out at the club after the show, after we were done playing, you know. But I black out, and I remember getting back to the house that I was staying at, and I remember wanting to drink more wine, and they wouldn't let me. And the van ride back up to the Bay Area the next day was the worst ride I'd ever had in my life. You know,
I've heard like blackberry brandy when you're sick.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me. I don't drink. I drink Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo and Callahan's hot dogs.
No, Pat's chili dogs. Remember the Cinderella commercial?
Mm-mm.
Okay, but before they broke really big, Cinderella did a commercial, a TV commercial that was on MTV for a local hot dog chain called Pat's Chili Dogs. Because they're like, well, wait, we could get on MTV. Even if they won't, like, you know, play our music yet, we'll be like known as like the guys on MTV in the hot dog commercials. So they did these hot dog commercials for Pat's Chili Dogs. It's on YouTube. Google it. It's Pat's Chili Dogs with Cinderella. And it's like you see the band outside, and then, you know, Tom Keeper's going, Pat's Dogs! Pat's Chili Dogs! Pat's Dogs! The cook is never tired! Pat's Dogs! The flame is always fired! And like the band's like stuffing their face with chili dogs. You got to check it out. It's really funny. And Tom Keeper was like explaining like what that was. You know, that's also on YouTube. You can check that out. But it's very funny to watch. Right before their album broke.
We got to get that stuff in the Discord.
Johnny, you got to make the short clip of that and post it.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be the highlight clip on Facebook, right there.
Man, I'm just glad I had my earphones on, because that would have killed both my dogs listening to it.
And you know what else is funny? Tom Keefer, he wasn't playing it, but he was kind of posing with it. He had an Ibanez Iceman that was repainted red with like Van Halen stripes on it.
Ooh.
And like that was up for sale recently. They took off the stripes. It was just like a repainted red Iceman. But like in the video, you'll look at it and like, I guess back in the day, he like Van Halen'd out his Ibanez.
Where do you find all these celebrity guitars for sale?
I have so much useless knowledge. It's unbelievable. I have no life. I have no life.
Crazy. So does anyone know anybody? Does anyone know anybody that's wanting to sell a used gem?
Yeah, help Dave out. Dave is looking.
No, I don't think it's for me. I think Jay wants one.
No, that's for you.
Oh, well, yeah.
Two of them.
I just ordered a guitar. I can't buy another one right now. I'll be in the street.
Indiscreet?
Wow.
Yeah.
Todd, aka Soda Pop, wants to know: do I know the band Harem Scarum? Not personally. I know some of their music from back in the day. I love a lot of the obscure bands. I tried to find them back in the day. I would go through like used record shops playing CDs that I never heard of to find bands like Pretty Maids or you know, all these weird obscure bands, Wild Side, anything with hair metal back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Bozique says Mancuda has Hollywood connections, Dave Nesdall. Yeah, I know that. And I know he also has an old gem as well. He's got a couple of them, but I don't want another yellow one. and he's certainly not selling the yellow one he has.
I know what you're looking at.
I want either a floral pattern or a what's called a VBK, which is the green vine, black guitar, green pickups.
Oh, Bang Tango, Ken Stowe says. Bang Tango, Dancing on Coals, man. That was a great song. And yeah, Badlands, Jakey Lee. Talk about a guitarist.
Yeah, you know, I listened to some of his what's that, Red
Dragon Cartel.
Red Dragon Cartel. I listened to some of the new album last night. Wasn't too bad. I was surprised that Max Norman mixed it because I felt like the drums were a little thin on it.
You know, something about Jakey Lee, you know, before Eddie Trunk's show rediscovered him, I think he didn't play guitar for quite a while because, you know, like when they had him as a guest player, he was pretty horrible. Like he had stopped playing for a while and was just trying to get his chops back up, and they weren't quite there yet. So I think by now he's probably as good as he was back in the 80s. But and it was rough for a little while. He was having a hard time getting his chops up.
He admitted that. He was at NAMM a couple of years ago. I met him and he was talking to the crowd and he was admitting it. He's like, "Look, you know, I have been out of the circles and I have not played, and you know, I just wasn't into it. Now I'm getting back into it and I'm trying to get better again." But he admitted he totally wasn't practicing. You know, he was a little rusty, but he sounds good now.
Mm-hmm. And speaking from experience, if you stop playing for a while, it does take a long time to get back to where you were.
I can attest to that because I didn't play for about a year. I really didn't play for about a year while I was figuring out the sickness that I have. And just recently, I started playing again, and man, my chops are nowhere. They're nowhere. And no matter how many hours a day I try to practice, it is so hard. I can't. I used to be where I could just pick up a guitar and play, and it was no problem. Mm-hmm. Now, not only do I need to warm up because my fingers feel like they're all tied in knots, it takes a long time to warm up. And then when I'm warm, I hit wrong notes everywhere. It's crazy. I'm like, I used to be a good guitar player. Now I suck.
Well, you know what
the horrible.
You know what the mentally hard thing about it is like when you've played for a long time, then you stopped for a while. And I mean, like I told you guys before, it was probably about almost 10 years of like serious playing that I completely, you know, every once in a while I'd pick it up and noodle, but then I'd put it down. I just had no drive to play. So it was virtually 10 years of me not playing. And then when you pick it up again, like mentally, you remember.
Yeah,
like,
you know what to do, but your body doesn't want to do it.
Just, they can't do it. And it's almost frustrating. Like when you're playing for a long time, like from when you start or whatever, you're learning stuff. And yeah, you get frustrated because you can't figure something out. You can't learn something. But it's like that thing, that gradual, like, you know, you're learning stuff, you're getting better. But when you stop for a long time and then you pick it back up and then you can't do things that you used to be able to do, that's where it gets really frustrating. And it's like, son of a man, so you got to kind of, I'm dealing with that, you know, still.
Use it or lose it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I had a huge disadvantage. I started learning in the late 80s and I just stopped cold turkey for like 20 years. I didn't pick up a guitar. So it's like, you know, till like 2010, I didn't like start enjoying a guitar again. And that's why like all my friends are doing sweeping arpeggios and I'm sitting there, you know, playing the Flintstones.
Yeah.
But it's a good rendition of the Flintstones.
It's damn good. You want to eat Fruity Pebbles once you hear it.
Hey, Fred, your gay son is named Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, my God.
They discontinue the Circles guitar. Donald Davenport asks.
Dave?
I don't know. I really haven't been paying attention. Was it at the NAMM show this year? If it's not at the NAMM show, chances are it's discontinued.
I don't remember.
I don't think they have it anymore.
I don't remember seeing it.
I don't remember seeing it either.
I don't remember it being there the last couple years.
Yeah, I think it's been discontinued for 2 years.
I like that one.
It would probably be under the striped series section of evhgear.com, and they only have the
Right.
They have the 5150 striped series, the striped series Shark, which is new this year, and then they have the left-handed and right-handed version of the stripes, the original striped series.
The red one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all they got.
Johnny, someone said they sent you a copy of that Cinderella commercial. Do you have it?
Where did you send it? I've got so many emails. Yeah, and as far as a discontinued Circles guitar, if you want to get one, they'll always be out there. You can always find one because there's so many of them.
Quentin James sent you the link.
Let's see. Facebook.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Tinder.
Grinder.
Okay.
Alvin.
Did you guys see the video where somebody slowed down the Chipmunks record?
No.
You slow it down, you can actually hear what it actually sounds like, what the guys actually sound like when they're singing.
Christmas time is here.
Uh-huh. Let's see.
Alvin.
Oh, Mr. C said, Jonathan, I sent you a link to the Dockin commercial.
Let's see.
And Terry's GG&G, I think you're right. Because of the dialysis, I can hardly hold a pick in my right hand because the fistula is in my right arm. So it's very hard to hold a pick for a long time.
Thank you. It's the commercial with Dockin was for Norton antivirus.
What?
Not antivirus for your computer. Back in the day of floppy disks, Dockin was protecting your computer.
Okay, I apologize if this is too loud. This might be way too loud.
And if you have a floppy disc.
Can you hear that? Is that too loud?
That's pretty funny.
Hours.
My God, it looked like a woman.
That was cool.
That was great.
I've never seen that.
Neither have I.
1983? Really?
Jesus.
Right?
That's definitely before they made it big.
Yeah. That was cool.
I love that. Thank you for sending us that link. That was awesome. And thank you for the Dockin commercial. I can't. Let's see. Can I? Let me see if I could show that Dockin commercial. Hold on. This is kind of fun. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Bobby Lopes, yes, I'm still on dialysis, but I've only been on it since January or so.
Okay, here's the Dockin commercial. This is kind of fun. Watch this.
Imagine this chicken is your hard drive, and the 80s metal band Dokken is a computer virus. Dokken does not like chicken and wants to destroy it. The chicken, not knowing Dokken's intentions, doesn't really have any feelings either way. Now you have a choice. Would you like to allow Dokken to have its way with your chicken, unleashing a wrath that likes which the chicken, or would you like to deny it? Protect your chicken from Dokken. Deny digital dangers with Norton Internet Security 2011.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
God.
2011.
That's terrible.
Take it easy, bro. This ain't over.
Protect your chicken from Dokken. Deny digital dangers with Norton
He
Internet.
pulls a switchblade on the chicken.
That's right, Tessie. Said no lynch, then it's not Dokken. Even though Red Beach was playing with Dokken for a while.
Well, you guys need to listen to John Levin play because John Levin is amazing.
Yeah, I did watch that.
It's Dokken with him.
Levin's awesome.
Yeah, he's been on here. He was on here with us.
John Levin? No, he wasn't.
Well, hold on, Johnny. We had on a late show.
Back when the late show used to be on Fridays, but now it's on Saturdays.
Yeah, Caleb went and saw them play.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, he was like upstairs and talked to him for a minute on there.
Yeah,
he said,
yeah, it was Caleb. It was Caleb, and
Okay.
they were upstairs with the whiskey.
He did a great job, though. He really filled in for George really well.
John
note
Levin.
for note.
John Levin is a Long Island boy, and I want to say it was 1986 or 1987. He was in a band called Devious, and they were a Long Island band, and they were amazing. Like, I thought they would make it big. That's how good they were. They had great songs. The musicianship was great. It looked great. And, I guess Dokken picked him up after that. But that was what a great little band he had.
I'm kind of concerned for the chicken the way they said Dokken will have their way with that chicken. The mind reels. Is Don gonna rape it? I mean, what's he gonna do? I also beg to differ on the argument that Don Dokken doesn't like chicken. Don's like 400 pounds now. He likes chicken.
Well, I don't know if he's quite that big, but he's a big boy. I would imagine he's at least 260.
Could he eat?
He's short.
Could he eat 5 hot dogs?
Probably in a heartbeat.
Through a glory hole, maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Dokken's whiskey. What was this Dokken's whiskey?
Oh yeah, he had a sip of their. What was on their table? The stuff from their rider, I guess.
He posse their snacks.
Yeah. Don't mind if I do.
Tessie Switch says, John, we all know what that means. Don Dokken was an infamous poultry file. Nice. Tessie Switch then says, George used to say, Don, you mean you're going to fuck that chicken up, right?
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, what's that shirt on your mannequin over there, Jay? Is that what's that? The rat thing? What does it say?
Yeah, it's the John Bolware's old band, the
Look at that.
Rat Salad. So, John, thank you again. And again, Guitar Hack, thank you for my Jackson shirt.
No, it's not Jackson. It's Jackson.
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 Yo, Jackson.
Jansen.
Jackson.
Todd A.K. Soda Pop says Eddie Van Halen is only 5'8", and Michael Anthony is 5'6". Is Eddie that short?
I think he's shorter than that. I think he's shorter than 5'8".
I mean, Michael Anthony sounds about right at 5'6".
5'6", huh?
I towered over him.
Yeah, it's like I have that. Hold on, I'll grab it real quick. I'll grab it.
I didn't realize Eddie was 5'8".
He's short. Got huge hands though.
5'8".
Is Eddie Van Halen 5'8"?
I'm 5'6" or 5'7". Well, I just gave it away. Dang it.
How close were you to Michael Anthony when you stood next to him?
I'm taller than Mike.
Now I know why Johnny has those red pants.
I'm taller than Mike. Eddie is slightly taller than me.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So this hung on my brother's wall in New Jersey for I don't know how long. And I remember looking at it thinking, damn, Alex Van Halen is tall as shit. But he's like 5'5", probably like 5'9", 5'10". He's not very tall either. Hello?
They're all gravity challenged.
Yeah, those red pants, right?
Here's a oh, sorry.
Mike Anthony has his hand in his pocket to pretend he's got a bulge.
Jay.
Yes.
Okay, for some reason I've got another picture from that same thing. And there they are.
Wow.
You can see.
Yeah, it's deceiving because Eddie's wearing the big hat.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And if you notice the
Eddie's got a hat on.
If you notice the difference, whoa! Knocked over my Doniker microphone. Look at the sunglasses. For Eddie and Sammy switched sunglasses. I think the big Serengetis were Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're switching everything up.
That's funny.
Yeah, in between pictures, the photographer will say, "Hey, you change that."
I just like the way Eddie's wearing them, where they're all screwed up on his face.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's. You can't really tell there, but there's me and Mike.
Damn, Michael Anthony's taller than you.
Right there.
Johnny's trying to get him on the show. You get on here.
I'm filming. You can see this video on the channel of him pointing at me.
Looks like he's trying to get away.
Why does it look like you want to kiss Michael, Jay?
Jay?
That's great.
I was just looking.
What are you looking at, Michael? Your nose is right on Michael's crotch.
He knows
what are you looking at? Are you smelling it? Is that a scratch and sniff poster?
Smelling it. This was from what, Johnny? Musicians Magazine or Musician Magazine, right? Wait, yeah, I have it right here.
It was. They used it. Well, they used it for different things. But yeah, one of them was musician.
Look, there it is. Another one.
Yeah, but see, look how much taller Eddie is than Alex right there.
He's standing on a soapbox.
Musician Magazine. There it is.
That was a great issue, man. There we go. Yeah, I loved that issue. I probably had like 5 of those.
The new Van Halen, Will It Fly?
Yeah.
And it sucks because I have this magazine, because all these old magazines that I have with Halen and stuff in it and Rush, like they're my brother's, but he cut out all the photos and put them on like poster board, like made like one huge poster board with a bunch of different photos on it. So when I go through, there's no Van Halen pictures in here anymore because they were all on poster boards that got thrown out.
Okay, here's a screenshot from a video with Mike, and you can see I'm taller than Mike.
Oh yeah,
you're just standing in front of him.
No, but Johnny, you are maybe what, like an inch bigger than him?
Bigger, huh?
I mean,
who'd be in here that's seen us together?
I saw you together.
Michael Smith.
I think you have maybe an inch on him, height-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, or 2.
I towered over the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going on 6'4". He was gonna go up on me.
Yeah, you're tall, man.
I'm tall.
Tall man.
Tall
That's,
man.
that's
Table
your
of contents
superhero name.
page.
Tall guy.
The table of contents page is them standing huddled up, and it says, Van Halen, is there life after David Lee Roth? You mean you have to ask?
At that time, you did.
Well, this was February 86. So, yeah, you did.
Yeah, but you know what? Even back then, I always thought Sammy would sound really good as a fill-in. I really thought if they were going to get a replacement for Dave, I thought Sammy was a great choice, even before I heard him.
It worked, man. It definitely worked. I
Wow.
don't think there could have been anybody else that, you know, didn't let him miss a beat.
Okay.
We're
All right.
talking
There's me and Eddie. And so yeah, he's taller.
Well, his forehead is taller than yours.
There we go.
that's a 5-head.
There we go. I mean, it's not the picture. The picture's like really washed out, so it's hard to see. But
There you go.
Dave, you're wrong. Eddie's forehead is not taller than Johnny's. I don't think Johnny has a forehead, does he?
no.
We're talking in the chat heights of people. Prince 4'9", and also Ronnie James Dio, little Ronnie. Man, what a talent Dio and Prince were, huh? Both of them.
Yep.
Prince was one of the most underrated guitarists. You didn't even realize until you were paying attention that this guy wasn't just a singer of neat songs. This guy rocked like every instrument this guy could play.
Yes.
Well, the funny thing is, in his own eyes, he wasn't underrated.
Ego, but ability, holy shit, that guy could play.
Mm-hmm. And right.
Yeah.
He wrote all that stuff. He wrote stuff for other people. There's so many hit songs out there that other people did that he wrote.
Yeah. Sinead O'Connor.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Soda Pop says, were there any other singers in the running before Sammy?
Well, that's a great question.
Yes. What's her name from Scandal? Patti Smythe.
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't she in the band for like a day?
She wasn't in the band. They were talking about getting her because Eddie played a couple of songs with them. I don't think he did any of the record, but he played with them live a couple times. Did he do a song?
He played live with them, I think, 3 times.
Okay.
In 1985.
And I believe Eddie asked her, and she declined.
Mm.
Wow. Could you imagine what that would sound like? That blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think there were rumors of the reason why he asked her.
Mm-hmm.
I think there were rumors of that going around. I don't know if there were any truth to it, but
What were the rumors? That he was into her? Or?
that he was sleeping with her.
Oh, boy. And speaking of vocals, Ronnie James Dio, while not in the running to be in Van Halen, holy shit, did that guy have a vocal career.
Mm-hmm.
Black Sabbath to Rainbow to solo. Just incredible.
I love watching the interview with Eddie with the Van Halen Unleashed or whatever it's from, and I'm at the Claudio's, because my car broke down, so I'm shooting the shit, and I'm like, "Oh, whose car is this? Oh, that's Sammy. Why don't you call Sammy?" Right there, I called him from the shop, and it's like the excitement that you still see on Eddie's face when he like discusses of when Claudio told him to call Sammy. It's just whatever. I watch that thing still to this day. Like every few months, I'll pop it on. I'll watch the full version of it, and it's just cool to see that excitement on Eddie's face, still talking about when he called Sammy.
I think a lot of that video was to give a smack at Roth's face.
Yes.
I think that's what that was. It was just a promotional thing to say, hey, we don't need you.
Yeah, there are some digs. There are some digs, man. To Eddie talking about it's we're not out there doing a clown show, and kids pick up on that, and there's a bunch of digs in there.
We're not doing a clown show. Come on, man. That was the greatest show on earth when Dave was.
It certainly was. It certainly was. That was that was what made people want thought of David Lee Roth as Van Halen and not Eddie Van Halen as Van Halen. Because a lot of people that aren't guitar players, when they talk about Van Halen, they talk about Roth. They don't talk about Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Guitar players talk about Van Halen. Musicians talk about Eddie Van Halen, but people that aren't musicians that like Van Halen like it because of David Lee Roth
and the showmanship and just the attitude that he brought. And you guys know that if I had to choose, I love both eras, and you guys know this. Yeah. I love them almost equally.
Same here.
I would have, if I had to choose one of them, I would just choose Sammy, just because of whatever. But I don't think that if Sammy, because there's always those rumblings of Ted Templeman, working with Montrose and Sammy, of when they got in the studio for Van Halen 1, there were talks of possibly having Sammy as the vocalist for Van Halen, even back then.
When he was in Montrose.
Well, before Van Halen 1 was recorded.
Yeah, when Sammy was in Montrose.
After Montrose.
When Sammy was solo.
Yeah.
Well, there was what I'm getting at is the reason why they wanted Sammy back then is because they loved him in Montrose.
Well, Ted Templeman was the one who suggested Sammy, but for whatever reason, it didn't happen. Who knows what? But I think that if Sammy Hagar was the singer from the get-go, Van Halen wouldn't have been as big as they became.
I agree
with that too. No, Dave was showmanship. He was a production. He was a party and sex wrapped up in just a fucking bouncing baby boy running around the stage. You couldn't even keep up with like all the things he said, all the craziness he did, the moves, the jumps, the crazy vocals and personality. He just like oozed that male sexuality in a circus. I mean, that's what it was.
Hey, don't be squirting water at me. I'm going to F your girlfriend, pal. And the crowd goes bananas. That's one of my favorite lines. And dude, the Oakland Unchained, the start of the show, he's standing on the drum riser. Eddie's playing the opening riff. Everybody up. And it's like, it was like a huge thing, man. It's so awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the two bands I have to say that brought real energy to shows and gave you a whole production of showmanship were Van Halen and Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy's great, but he never had that type of crazy energy to light up the crowd the way Dave did as that Jim Dandy, everyone, loves this crazy guy energy.
Yeah. But the great thing about when Sammy got in there, I mean, Sammy wasn't trying to be Roth by any
he was. Absolutely, he was in the beginning.
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was either. I think
listen to the song The Inside. He absolutely was trying to be like Roth in the beginning. Absolutely.
When you watch Live Without a Net, do you have any sense that he's trying to be somebody that he's not?
Yeah, because he's jumping around like Roth would have. Yes.
I think he was trying to be Sammy. I mean, that's what he was like.
Watch the live Sammy concerts from 83, 82, 83. He's the same Sammy that's on Live Without a Net. It's the same guy.
That's what I think.
Yeah, he's exactly the same. Yeah, Clayton James Hicks, 1998 Hicks. Today is Telecaster Tuesday.
Did he change it? Did he add the extra Hicks recently?
No. It's been on there.
That's
always on there?
That's always been there.
Wow. I'm just noticing that now. But I think
Todd, aka Soda Pop, wants to know if I have a guitar to show tonight. I do.
Holy shit, I forgot. It's already 10 o'clock. Boy, we
Yeah.
better
Shall we get to it?
Yeah.
All right. So I know in a couple months you guys are gonna be bored to shit when I run out of celebrity guitars and I just bring like regular cool guitars on. But I'm trying to go through a lot of the celebrity guitars I have first. So
is there a backstory before you show it?
there is. Basically, George Lynch, I know George, and he texts me one day and he says, hey, I need to raise some money. Do you want to buy a guitar? Now, that's kind of a no-brainer question, right? Yeah, I want to buy a guitar. So he basically says, well, I got this one, you know, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. And I said, okay, what's the deal? Will I want it? Because he has ones I don't want. And he says, well, I used it in a video. I said, all right, sounds good. So I go meet him for lunch, and he opens up this case, and he says, I call this the Fur Burger. And I said, excuse me? Like, that's what I call it. So I recognize this from a couple of group photos during some lynch mob promotional ads where he's like in the desert. I think like either his car, a Pantera, or like a cycle is in the background. And he's got a couple of his axes on the ground in the desert sand. And I recognize this one from some of those photos. And he played it during Lynch Mob, and then he used it during the Dock and Walk Away video. So
I know the guitar.
Huh?
I think I know the guitar.
You might know
Love
this
that.
guitar.
I love that video, and I remember loving the guitar in that video.
Let's see it. Let's see if it's the
It's a
same
Strat
one.
head. It's a Strat headstock guitar.
Yes.
Wow.
This was built by Johnny Frog, J Frog, the same guy that did George's Skull and Bones guitar, Mom, the famous Skull and Bones guitar. And he also built that the Great White Shark guitar that that he built with Dan Lawrence, coinciding with Dan Lawrence for Mark Kendall of Great White that I had on a few weeks ago. So this is
dude,
gorgeous guitar, and you notice it's cow skin.
Yeah,
It's cowhide, and it's branded.
What were we talking about earlier?
The Lynch Mob logo.
The Fur
Got
Burger.
a little skull knob on it. It's got a V-trem on it.
I thought he had a Floyd on that at the time.
No, V-trem. And it's branded with the J Frog logo on it. This is also cowhide.
Yeah, what a cool guitar.
Just hit my lamp. And it's another custom prototype pickup. I'm not sure what they called it, but it was another one of those, hey, George, try this pickups, and he liked it. And the body, this is interesting. The body, someone basically like walked out of a guitar store with this guitar with the neck fucked up and the body that was just like, I think it's mahogany. Is that mahogany?
How heavy is it?
I think, yeah, it's mahogany. And George basically spotted it, and the guy basically gave George the body for like $100 or something. And he gave it to Johnny Frog, and he said, make me a guitar with this body, because the tone's got to be really great with this type of solid mahogany.
Wow.
So,
Speaking of my nose and Michael Anthony's pants, what does the top smell like?
cow cookies.
Smells like a cheeseburger.
Wait till I throw this thing on the barbecue. Yeah, but it's real cowhide. It's really kind of neat. And it's like glued on.
Is it just the top or the whole guitar?
It's the top and the side. He wanted the back open so it didn't take all the tone.
So it didn't tickle.
Yeah, so it didn't tickle. That headstock.
Noticing the pots are mini pots, right?
Yes, they is, or it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what volume knob is on that?
It's a skull.
It's a little skull, which is like a Lynch thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was a fly.
What? Oh,
From the top, it looks like a fly.
Look, there's actually fur on that thing.
that's cool.
No, it's
man.
real cowhide, and it's really been branded with the Lynch Mob band logo.
That is neat, man. Talk about one of a kind, huh?
Yeah, definitely, and totally unexpected. Just came out of left field. George just basically said, "Buy this." I said, "Okay."
You need a Chewbacca guitar strap for that.
Oh no, I got a cool guitar strap now. This thing's great.
Wow.
Yeah. Chewy, is that you?
Tessie switch, John. Let me know if you want to install a Tessie switch on that beast. I don't think he's doing any modifications to those guitars.
Yeah, I think George knows what he wants in a guitar.
Well, apparently he doesn't want it in that guitar because he doesn't have it.
You would push down on the switch and it would make a sizzling sound.
Oh, and I should point out the neck. It's a Carl Sandoval neck, and it's 2 inches. This thing's so wide and flat. Really wide neck.
Man.
Yeah. George's choice.
That's 2 inches at the nut, actually. Yeah. When they say what a neck, how wide it is, it's at the nut. So it's 2 inches at the nut. That is a big ass neck. Big ass neck.
Big ass. You got a big ass.
That's a big ass neck. What's an ass neck?
Wait, Dave, did you say you have 2 inches and a nut?
Yep.
One nut.
Lost the other nut in the war. The big one.
The big one. The nut's right next to the big one.
Yeah, Terry says, or push on the Tessie switch and it goes moo.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to the rest of this cow. But you could see it real clear in the Dock and Walk Away video.
Yeah, I was gonna take a look at that, but I'll look after the show.
George plays this, and he plays a green Kamikaze 4. He alternates between the two of them in scenes.
Wow, very cool.
And that's today's show and tell guitar, boys and girls.
Very cool.
You know, John, Dave and I were talking about you a few days ago on the phone. Yes, we were
Not
talking
in the shower?
about you. Talking about you. And when Dave brought up that whoa, watch out, look out, eh?
Oh my God, dropping everything here.
Sorry,
guys.
Coffee table book idea. I mean, that's you got to really think about that, dude.
I keep getting asked.
But do you keep getting ass necked?
I keep getting ass in my finger in my ass. I keep getting it in the ass. That's what I mean. I keep behaving like an ass.
U.S., not U.S.
I don't know. Maybe someday I'll look at that option. But I mean, I have no plans immediately. I just like sharing with everyone, and I hope everyone enjoys seeing what I bring.
You were literally just petting that guitar.
It's nice. It's relaxing. It's soothing. I'm very stressed right now, so I'm just kind of.
That's like your. I guess it wouldn't be called a stress ball, but.
Like a big shaft. It's very like my dad used to be.
Should I show you guys the guitar I might have to return tomorrow?
Yes.
Waka Hanahora, sorry if I messed your name up, but I can't even read English. He asks, John, do you have some of Dweezil's GMW guitars or any of Dweezil's guitars for that matter?
I don't. I almost bought one of his performance guitars, but I bitched out.
That's right. We did discuss this recently.
Yeah, I don't have any of Dweezil's guitars. I know some are on display at NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you should buy Dweezil's.
I wish I had bought his green performance guitar. I didn't. I should have.
I think you should buy his Paul Reed Smith. He has a model that he doesn't even use.
I never could bond with those. If I don't enjoy playing something, I can't buy it, with like maybe one or two exceptions. But like, I never could get along with a Paul Reed Smith. I don't know why. They're beautiful.
If you could buy a guitar from Dweezil, or if I could, it would probably be, it's hard to tell because it's on the inside cover of the Confessions album. But this is a Steinberger with the bodied Steinberger. And he posted this picture, and I commented and asked, yes, one of my favorite records. Do you still have that Steinberger? But more importantly, do you still have that t-shirt or that shirt? And he wrote, I do have the Steinberger, but I don't have the shirt. Look at that shirt, man. Where the heck did it go? Oh, look at that thing.
That's cool.
Yep.
He had that green.
Is that a floral pattern? Is that a floral pattern shirt?
It does look like it, man.
Does it have flowers all over it?
Yes.
Does it look anything like this?
Oh, Dave's got the damn guitar.
I may have to return this guitar tomorrow. It doesn't want to stay in tune, and I've done everything that I could to try to get it to stay in tune.
And we just can't have an Ibanez that doesn't stay in tune.
No.
Show that body. Show that body again, Dave. Ah, what a shame. A floral too.
What year is that?
2010.
Nice.
And it's in brand new condition. It's like it still has the wrapper on the pick guard, the wrapper on the back plates. It's it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It plays great, but when you pull the arm sharp, it stays sharp. It doesn't go back to zero.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hopefully, the tech over at Music Zoo knows more than I do, which I don't know if that's going to happen, but maybe he knows more tricks.
Hey, tech moron!
But if he can get it to work, I'll keep the guitar. If not, I have to return it. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Beautiful guitar.
What a shame.
Plays and sounds great. It don't mean a thing if you can't stay in tune.
Black Belt Yellow Belly says, what are your guys' thoughts on playing a Telecaster through a distortion pedal? Blasphemy? But what if it's... Dude, there's no rules, man.
Yeah.
If you want to play... I don't see a problem with anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, talk to Richie Kotzen. Telecaster's his main guitar. He plays through distortion all the time.
Talk to Jim Root from Slipknot. One of his main guitars is a Telecaster.
Hey, give me a Telecaster and a fuzz pedal, and I'm set.
Yeah.
Well, and a delay. And eventide.
I only have one Telecaster.
I was going to ask you if you even have, because today is Telecaster Tuesday.
I have one Telecaster. It's like this amazing old Fender replica. It's like someone took a Squier and just totally hot rodded the shit out of it and said, just play it. I said, it's junk. He said, no, just play it. And I was like, wow.
There's one right there. Got one.
Yeah, but that's probably way better than mine.
It's a good one.
Yep. Yeah, no rules. If it sounds good, it is good. That's my rule. If it sounds good, it is good.
If it plays good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking real quick. We have 74 in the chat right now. and only 47 thumbs up.
I got 53 on this
I
side.
got 54 on mine.
I got 54.
Well, I got 2 inches and it's soft right now, but can we get some more thumbs up, please? Just take a second. Just take a second and give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here.
I keep forgetting to say that.
Yeah, so if your attorney needs to know who to blame, subscribe.
Yeah, and like and share.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just saying.
Yeah. So what? Is it bedtime?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Bedtime for the little pumpkin.
Just to reiterate with Todd, aka Soda Pop, I have a Marshall Silver Anniversary. I have a GK ML250, and I have a couple of the small ones, but those are my 2 go-tos. I'm not a big amp head. So tube Marshall and a solid state GK.
I love that GK. Absolutely love those things.
I played one in the 80s. That's why I love it so much. And Marshall, because you have to have a Marshall tube.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, nothing wrong with that Silver Jubilee.
And no, I did not purchase one of Jakey Lee's Gibsons. I came close to one of his Charvels, but I don't have any of Jakey Lee's guitars, unfortunately. I wish I did.
Mm-hmm. Not yet.
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 Your mouth to God's ears, man. I hope one day, maybe. We'll see.
There might actually be a Warren DeMartini guitar for sale. I think the Music Zoo still has one of his guitars. It may be for sale.
It's not what I'm after, but and at that price, it's not what I'm after. So, but I've approached Warren for the ones I want, and they're not going anywhere. So
You guys have Netflix?
No, I don't.
Yes.
Johnny, we should do a live stream video of us watching the Motley Crue thing. You know?
Well, just so that the backs of our heads are showing and we can do like the Mystery Science Theater 3000.
No, I think that's a brilliant
and then
idea.
the week after we'll finally do Leaving Neverland.
Oh, you're on this again?
Well, you know what? Eddie Trunk did a whole damn show on that. You guys been poo-pooing it, but Eddie did a whole damn show on that. I'm not saying we're trying to copy Eddie Trunk.
We're better than Eddie Trunk.
Love Eddie Trunk. Love Eddie Trunk.
I have a love-hate relationship with some Eddie Trunk. Sometimes I agree with him, and other times I'm like, oh man, would you please just say what you feel?
Yeah, just shut up and stop whining.
I know that he's friends with a lot of these guys, and he's in a tricky spot. You know, he can't really, you know, if one of his friends' bands comes out with a new album and it sucks, he can't sit there and say it sucks.
You know what I don't like about Eddie Trunk is that he was a shit stirrer on That Metal Show. Like he'd get a guest on that wasn't in the original band anymore, and then he'd try to get a member of the actual band for them to bicker with each other, and I hated that.
Oh, that's not cool. I mean, it makes for good entertainment, but that's not really cool.
That's not cool, and that's why I don't like him.
I also didn't like his top 10 or top 20 all-time greatest Van Halen songs. That was a little weak. There weren't enough deep cuts for me.
Didn't he do like a greatest Van Halen album?
Well, I think Van Halen 1 is his favorite, right?
I don't remember. I don't know. I would imagine
Halen 1 or Halen 2. I think he said, if I remember right, like everyone's Halen 2 was terrific, but like it was just more of what everyone discovered on Halen 1, first hearing Eddie's sound for the first time.
The thing is, that's people in his generation, because I didn't know Van Halen in '78. That wasn't the first record I heard.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Fair warning, I think. Probably. I asked my brother this not too long ago. I said, dude, what was the first Van Halen album that you remember hearing. He's like, I think it was either Women or Children First or Fair Warning. So that would have been the first one I heard. Probably Fair Warning.
I first heard Van Halen 1, but I didn't know what it was because it was like one of those albums one of my neighbors kept playing over and over. But like I heard it through the window, but I didn't know what it was. And I was like enjoying Running with the Devil. Mm-hmm. But like Fair Warning was my personal favorite Dave era album.
And I can understand that.
Is that the best album opening in Van Halen history? It's got to be, right? Can you top the intro to Mean Street? Anybody? What do you guys think?
You mean as an album opening or just opening to a song?
No. Opening like an album opener.
Oh, that's hands down the best because nothing else. There was no other. I mean,
I would say next to that. Well, yeah, I think the intro to Mean Street is the best opening. Next to that, though, I love the intro to the flanger on Cradle Will Rock.
Yeah, but that doesn't open a record. That's not an album opener. That's not first song on a record,
isn't it?
No.
Oh, what is the first song on that one?
It's You're No Good.
What?
It's on Women and Children First.
Cradle Will Rock is the opening.
Yeah.
Thing. No, it's not.
On Women and Children First.
Oh, on Women and Children Cradle Will Rock?
Mm-hmm.
Someone in the
chat. You're right. You're right. I'm thinking Van Halen 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's weird. Van Halen 2, in my opinion, is one of those Van Halen albums that has the weirdest opener. But if you actually try to find a spot elsewhere on that record, you can't. It can go nowhere else. But the first song on the album, it's a weird song, but it's great, obviously.
What is it? You're No Good?
Yeah.
Is it? So it opens with a bass solo.
Yes.
It opens with that's Michael Anthony's bass solo on the first tour.
Right.
That's what that was.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, like if you could pick one Roth era album that was your personal favorite, what would you guys pick? Mine is Fair Warning.
Probably mine too.
Johnny, Dave?
I would have to say probably Fair Warning or Women and Children First.
Yeah. Where's that cassette at? I've got one of those double cassettes of Fair Warning and Women and Children First. Like it's an official release, and it's like two on one. I usually hold that one up, but I usually say Women and Children.
It's Van Halen is a strange thing because I feel like the Dave era, it's very hard to pick a favorite. It's all over the place. With the exception of Diver Down, I think that's just because half of them were covers. But I mean, they're all, like some days you'll listen to Van Halen 1, you're like, man, and then you listen to Van Halen 2, you're like, what? And then it's just it can change from time to time. But in my opinion, like the Sammy era, I mean, 5150 is in the Hagar era is my favorite hands down.
I agree with that, and I like For Unlawful Fuck. I like Fuck, the Red album that says Fuck, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. But yeah, no, 5150 is definitely my favorite Hagar. Agreed.
It's hard for me. I like 5150. There are a couple songs that I'm like, eh. I also like OU812, even though the production of it sucks. I really like I like the songs. I like the shit that Eddie wrote on that. I mean, the music on that is great. Not crazy about the lyrics.
Yeah.
But the music on that record is so good.
And it's a great album.
I think, were we talking about this on Saturday night?
We started to, yes.
I was telling you guys, I drove up to Walnut Creek last week, and I was listening to 0812, and no, we were talking on the phone. You had called me. We were talking on the phone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It's weird when we get our live shows and our conversations mixed up.
I was lying on the bed.
Where's this going?
Yeah.
Jay was on the phone. I was lying on the bed.
Stroking my hair.
5 hot dogs.
And my volume of my computer coming out of my Bluetooth speaker.
Mm-hmm.
I have myself. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so anyway, so I was telling Jay, for some reason, like 0812, I've heard, I don't know, 1 million times probably, you know, since 1988. And for the first time, I heard those guitar solos in a totally different way. And I'm like, these solos are amazing. You know? And I think I'd said the guitar solo to Cabo Wabo, I thought was like the Eddie Van Halen guitar solo that showcased like every trick that he does. It's in that solo. You know?
And he uses a wah pedal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the first time he uses a wah pedal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But as far as the production or the mastering on 0812, I had the stereo in my car was turned all the way up and it still wasn't loud enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, I told you guys this before. There was an interview with Michael Anthony after Balance came out, and they were talking about the production of Balance. Balance is like, it's a huge sounding record. Like there's so much punch in the kick drum, the bass guitar is in your face. And he had mentioned like they were talking about remixing, not just remastering, but remixing OU812. And then obviously after Sammy left, that probably all went out the window.
Well, I mean, when Sammy was in the band, they remastered the Dave stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it still can happen. In fact, I would bet that there is a remixed and remastered OU812 in the can that just hasn't been put out. I would bet anything on it.
Well, supposedly in Japan, a remastered 0812 was released.
I heard about
and
that as
well. Who was it that said it? The 0812 that's on Spotify is the remastered version. That's what I had heard that. Like maybe look up 0812 on Spotify and see if it's louder.
Speaking of the Dave stuff that's all remastered, in 2015 they remastered the entire Roth catalog. And you know, Take Your Whiskey Home.
Mm-hmm.
If you take your whiskey, right there when the song starts.
Yeah.
On the original version, Home leads into it. Home gets cut off on the remastered version. And I'm wondering if when they remixed it, or I'm sorry, remastered it,
it might have been on a different track.
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea why that would be cut off, but it's very strange. If you take your whiskey, nothing. He doesn't say it. So I don't know what the reason is.
I just got to address something in the chat real quick. I'm so sorry I'm butchering your name. I apologize. Chiake Hinohara. I'm trying my best. Is Ed Roman's estate the only one with Vito Bratta's guitars? Ed Roman makes a lot of replica guitars. I've said this on the show before. He makes a lot of fakes. He makes fabulous fakes, he called them. Ed Roman's dead, but when he was alive, he made a lot of replicas claiming they were authentic, and that includes, you know, a lot of celebrity guitars.
Yeah.
So,
we kind of
go ahead, Johnny.
We kind of saw one on Saturday night, which again has 12,000 views. Our friend Jimmy Ka, he has an Ed Roman kit guitar that he said that somebody else painted it, so it wasn't painted as a 5150 by Ed Roman, but it was an Ed Roman kit guitar. Remember that, Jay? You were there, right?
I think
I was there for that too.
Hold on a second.
Well, I saw it. I wasn't there for it, but I saw it. I watched the video.
You watched it
no
11.
mistake. these aren't bad guitars necessarily, but they're not what they claim to be. You know, Ed Roman made a lot of fake BC Rich guitars that he claimed were factory original. He made a lot of Rand guitars that he claimed were original, and they're not. You know, he used to literally just replica, and just say, yeah, no, these are real, and they're not. But they're not bad guitars, but they're not always what they say they were. And It's not that he wasn't a real dealer. He was. He had a lot of, in the 80s, a lot of BC Rich from the factory and whatnot. But as time went on, you saw more and more in the back room. He's buying parts, assembling them, doing his own luthier work, having guys build replicas of Mockingbirds and Bitches and Steinbergers and all sorts of shit. So
yeah, it's safe to say that Ed Roman was not ethical.
By far.
I have to
put Ellie to sleep.
Mr. C 5150 correct.
To bed.
Yeah, well, I think Jeannie's doing that right now, but it's not. I just listened to a 9-year-old YouTube video of the audio to Take Your Whiskey Home, and it's not there either. Maybe it's just it's almost I heard it, even though it wasn't there, but it's not. He doesn't say home.
What? No, on the original, you're talking about the intro?
Yeah. Goes
on the original version, there is no home.
I thought there was.
But on the demo, if you listen to the demo, they end the song and they say home. They end with Take Your Whiskey and they say home, and that's the last thing you hear.
Dude, I thought they screwed up the remastered version. I thought something was the tape. They didn't have it, and something screwed up. And I'm like, man, that sucks, but it was never there. I'm an idiot. So thank you, Mr. C.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank you very much.
Guys good?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I said, are you guys good?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right.
So you want to do the actual show now?
Yeah, let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Are you guys in the chat ready to start the show?
You guys ready?
We're going to start this one without me again because yeah, I was
Xbox kicks right in.
I was doing a little spackling in the bathroom at the beginning of the show.
Oh.
Yep.
At least it wasn't speckling.
Speckling.
I had some pretzels and dill dip.
I'm sorry. You had some what?
Pretzels and dildo.
Pretzels and dill
I had
dip.
a big black dildo.
And I think the dill dip expired today, and I was like, it expires today, it's fine, right?
Oh no.
Well, no, it says March 19th. So
Of 2018?
yeah. Matthew
Ouch.
Stewart, Jay, what do you think of Metallica doing the symphony concert again? I think.
I tagged you in that. One of our local Bay Area DJs did a post about Metallica and doing a 20-year anniversary of something. I tagged you in it, and it was like
I gave the thumbs down. And Metallica S&M, I think it's called, or something was the original. Now, listen, you guys have heard of Apocalyptica, right?
No.
Group they did like they got their name basically, well, not their name, but they got their popularity from doing like orchestra versions of Metallica songs. And
You sure you have the band name right?
Apocalyptica? No, what is it?
Apocryphia, something like that.
Somebody help me out.
Apocryphia.
John BL.
Yeah,
Where's John? He would actually know this.
I thought it was maybe I'm wrong. Whatever it was, but so I think that almost gave Metallica the idea to do the whole thing with the orchestra playing behind them and everything. But I bought that CD and it didn't do it for me, man. You know, didn't do it.
It's all bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of James Hetfield and Lars. I think they're both absolute dildos. But I like the other guys, and you know, I thought the symphony album or the symphony show, if you want to go with that, was really actually good. I actually enjoyed it. And again, I'm coming from a world where I love like Sabotage turning into Trans-Siberian Orchestra and combining those two, you know, those grand orchestra shows. I love that stuff. I think it was really well done then. Anyone else?
No.
No, I got to go though.
Convo over. Fuck this noise.
Yeah, F this S&M crap. I think I'd rather listen to the Scorpions one.
Oh, that was good too.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
We good?
All right.
Did we give you your money's worth in the chat?
Yeah, tonight was definitely the Italian goodbye. We stayed on an extra 40 minutes.
Throw us a thumbs up. We earned it today. Subscribe. Tell your friends.
Let's see if we can match. I got 71 watching, 63 thumbs ups.
Well,
If
eight people leave real quick, we'll match.
Oh no! I didn't mean like that.
Yeah, I think people would probably rather do that than hand us the thumbs up.
That's all right.
There they go.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, one's getting smaller and one's getting bigger.
Ooh.
Come on. If you haven't finished it, if you hadn't hit that button, hit the button.
Here we
Now's
go.
the time.
There we go. We got it. Although one person had to leave for us to get that. All right. 66 watching, 66 thumbs ups. Now let's match the thumbs downs to the to the wall. Okay. All right, David Nesdahl.
See you Friday.
It's always fun. Jay
Maybe I'll have a
Hannon.
guitar to show. Maybe I'll have a guitar to do an in-depth on. I'll let you know. Maybe not.
Jay Hannon.
Bye.
I was gonna say I had to present that. Wow. Awesome. Jonathan.
Sir.
Great to see you, dude.
Great to see you guys too.
Great
Thank you
guitar
guys
tonight,
for
by
that.
the way.
Guys and gals, thank you tonight. Hope you had fun.
70. We got 70 thumbs ups.
How could people not have fun? I mean,
What's wrong? Why do you come here if you want to give us the thumbs down?
this is the best thing on the internet.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Really is.
Yeah,
Really?
it really is.
Really.
Yeah, it really is.
Pat's dogs! Pat's chili dogs! Pat's dogs!
I could have done without that though.
I like
cracks me
that.
up every time.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Click.
We good.
Oh, you guys want me to hit the button so you guys can talk about something?
No,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
want to just go.
I got a shit.
Oh,
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
all right. Good night, everybody. Leave a thumbs up on your way out and all that stuff. Subscribe if you've never heard of this thing ever. And go back and watch Straturday Night Live, the show that we did on Straturday night.
It's Saturday Night Live with Johnny Beane.
Awesome. All right. See you guys later.
Good night, guys.
johnnybeane.live. Good night.
See you later.